Apple's 2026 lineup is already shaping up to be one of the most important in the company's history, not just because of new products, but also because it marks the first big keynote under new CEO John Ternus. And according to Bloomberg's well-known Apple analyst Mark Gurman, we now have a very clear picture of when Apple plans to unveil the iPhone 18 Pro, the long-awaited foldable iPhone Ultra, and several other flagship devices. In this video, we're breaking down the exact likely launch, dates for the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone Ultra, what Apple is expected to reveal at the September 2026 event, why there will be no iPhone 18 base model this time, how this launch fits into Apple's bigger 2026-2027 product wave, and what it all means for pricing, pre-orders, and early buyers. Let's dive straight into the leaks. Segment 1, New Era for Apple, first keynote under John Ternus. September has always been a crucial month for Apple. New iPhones, new Apple Watches, big OS releases. But September 2026 is special for another reason. It's expected to be the first major iPhone event led by new CEO John Ternus. This alone makes the event a milestone. But the product lineup makes it even bigger. The first foldable iPhone in Apple's history, a redesigned and more expensive iPhone 18 Pro lineup, new generations of the Apple Watch series, 12, and a refreshed Apple Watch Ultra. What's even more surprising, there will not be a successor to the iPhone 17 base model at this event. No standard iPhone 18 and no iPhone Air 2 in September 2026. Those are expected to arrive later, so instead of 4 iPhone models, Apple is shifting the spotlight to iPhone 18 Pro, iPhone 18 Pro, Maxiphone Ultra, iPhone Fold, Apple's first foldable. This instantly sets a new tone. Top-end, ultra-premium, Pro-first strategy. Segment 2, Mark Gurman's leak. 2 possible iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone Ultra launch dates. Now to the big question. When is Apple's September 2026 event happening? According to Mark Gurman in his weekly Power On newsletter, Apple's next major iPhone event after the summer break will almost certainly land on one of 2 dates. Tuesday, September 8th, 2026, or Wednesday, September 9th, 2026. Gurman says that realistically, these are the only 2 dates on the table for the 2026 iPhone event. Why these dates? Apple usually schedules its iPhone keynotes for the first Tuesday or Wednesday after Labor Day in the US. Historically, this has been the company's pattern for nearly all major September iPhone launches. Gurman also points out that Apple has already chosen September 9 for its September event in each of the last 2 years, once it was held on a Tuesday, and another time on a Monday in 2024. So, if Apple continues to follow this rhythm, September 8th or 9, 2026 are the strongest contenders for the keynote. Of course, Apple won't officially confirm anything until about 1 week before the event, when it sends out its classic event invitations. But historically, Gurman's timing predictions are rarely far off. Segment 3, What to expect at Apple's September 2026 event. Based on current leaks and recent reports, here is what Apple is expected to unveil in September 2026. iPhone 18. iPhone 18 Pro, Max, Apple's first foldable iPhone, likely called iPhone Ultra or iPhone. Fold Apple Watch Series 12, Apple Watch Ultra. Noticeably missing from the lineup, iPhone 18, standard model iPhone Air 2 according to previous rumors. These more affordable models are now pushed to spring 2027. Suggesting that Apple is stretching out its iPhone launches over more of the year, using September to highlight only its most premium and most advanced devices. This means the September 2026 keynote is shaping up to be a Pro and Ultra-only show, tightly focused on performance, innovation, and high-margin flagships. Segment 4, the star of the show, Apple's first foldable iPhone Ultra, iPhone Fold. Among all the products, the one generating the most hype is clearly Apple's first foldable iPhone. Current leaks and reports suggest the device will likely carry the iPhone Ultra or iPhone Fold branding. It will sit above the iPhone 18 Pro Max in Apple's lineup. It is expected to be Apple's most expensive iPhone ever, and also the most experimental at the September 2026 event. John Ternus is reportedly set to spend a large portion of the keynote walking through the new foldable design, the inner and outer displays, new iOS 27 foldable interface elements, how the device integrates with Apple Intelligence, and how it differentiates itself from rivals like Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold lineup for Apple. This isn't just another iPhone, it's an entry into an entirely new category of premium devices that will likely define its high end for years. Segment 5. No iPhone 18 in September. Why the delay? One of the most surprising aspects of the 2026 roadmap is what's not coming in September. Leaks and analyst reports strongly suggest the iPhone 18 non-Pro and the iPhone Air 2 are being delayed until spring 2027. This reflects a few major strategic shifts. Apple is separating Pro and non-Pro, launches it as giving more stage time to premium devices in September. It may be using the extra months to manage costs, supply chain, and new feature rollouts for the mainstream iPhone range. If these rumors are accurate, September 2026 will feel less like a broad iPhone refresh and more like a targeted, high-end showcase. Segment 6. Pre-order timeline and pricing expectations. Now let's talk about what happens after the event. Assuming Apple holds its keynote on September 8th or 9, 2026, Mark Gurman expects pre-orders for the iPhone 18 Pro, iPhone 18 Pro Max, and iPhone Ultra Fold to likely begin on Friday, September 11th, 2026. This follows Apple's classic pattern. Event on a Tuesday or Wednesday pre-orders. On Friday of the same week, first wave of shipments and in-store availability 1 week later. However, alongside this predictable schedule comes a less pleasant leak. The iPhone 18 Pro generation, and especially the iPhone Ultra, are expected to be significantly more expensive than previous models. Analysts have already warned that the iPhone 18 Pro could see a drastic price increase compared to the iPhone 17 Pro. The Pro Max and Ultra Fold will likely push Apple into its highest price tier yet for smartphones between inflation, new display technologies, upgraded cameras, more advanced chips, and the complexity of building a foldable. Apple's 2026 lineup looks set to become the most expensive iPhone family ever released. Segment 7. How this fits into Apple's bigger 2026 to 2027 product wave. The September 2026 event is not happening in isolation. It's part of what Bloomberg has already described as one of Apple's biggest product waves ever across 2026 and 2027. In addition to iPhone 18, Pro iPhone 18 Pro, Max iPhone Ultra, Ultra Fold, Apple is also reported to be working on a second-generation iPhone, Ultra 2 further down the roadmap, and expanded MacBook Ultra lineup. Major updates across Mac, iPad, Apple Watch, and AirPods, and even special editions and anniversary products around the iPhone 20 Pro era. In that context, the September 2026 event feels like phase one of a multi-year plan to push Ultra as a new premium identity across Apple's product range, raise the average selling price of its flagship devices, and cement Apple's presence in foldables, high-end Pro laptops, and advanced wearables. Segment 8. What this means for buyers. So, what does all of this mean if you're planning to upgrade? Here's the summary based on current leaks. If you're waiting for iPhone 18 Pro or 18 Pro Max, expect the launch event on September 8th or 9. 2026, expect pre-orders around September 11. 2026, be prepared for higher prices than the iPhone 17 Pro lineup. In return, you'll likely get noticeable camera upgrades, improved displays, including LTPO+, panels, more RAM and better performance, deeper Apple Intelligence integration. If you're eyeing Apple's first foldable, the iPhone Ultra iPhone Fold, September 2026 is shaping up to be its debut window. It will likely be the headline product of the keynote. Expect very high pricing, limited colors, and possibly constrained supply at launch. This device is aimed more at early adopters, power users, dedicated Apple fans who want to be first into the foldable ecosystem. If you're waiting for a more affordable iPhone 18 or the iPhone Air 2, don't expect them in September 2026. Current leaks point toward a spring 2027 launch, meaning a longer wait but possibly more competitive pricing and cost-optimized specs. Closing segment. Final thoughts on the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone Ultra launch date leak. To wrap up, Mark Gurman now pegs Apple's iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone Ultra event for either September 8 or September 9, 2026. Apple is expected to use this stage to introduce iPhone 18 Pro, iPhone 18 Pro Max, the first foldable iPhone Ultra, iPhone Fold alongside Apple Watch Series 12 and Apple Watch Ultra 4, the standard iPhone 18 and iPhone Air 2 are being pushed to spring 2027, making September a Pro and Ultra-focused launch. Pre-orders will likely begin around September 11th, 2026, with notable price hikes across the Pro lineup, especially for the Foldable Ultra if these leaks hold true. September 2026 won't just be another iPhone launch, it will be the beginning of a new chapter for Apple under John Ternus, with foldables, Ultra-branded products, and higher-end flagships leading the way.